All right. Come on in. 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 Happy Tuesday to everybody. Come on in, everybody. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? We want to kind of talk about a couple of things real quick. We want to kind of go back over, recap everything we saw yesterday for some of the players. I know this wasn't scheduled. I know this wasn't on the menu. But look, man, this is Tuesday morning. We want to talk about it. So come on in, everybody. For those who are coming on, I'll wait just a second. But I actually did a video. You guys know I record every night before I go to bed. Actually did one last night after I got off, went to bed, woke up, and I had multiple people tell me your video had no sound. Yeah, everybody said my video had no sound. Yeah, we're live right now. We are absolutely live right now. So instead of re-recording the video, re-recording it, I'm going live. We're gonna talk about it together, man. So come on in. I'm gonna wait just a second for everybody to come on in. But yeah, that was the situation, man. But I want to go over these media days, man. I thought media day, and I'm essentially going to tell you guys everything, just kind of go over everything that I've already went over as it relates to the media day. I might open it up to, depending on how many people want to get on, but I might open it up and just have a live call in a minute. But I'm pretty much going to go over everything that I went over in the video from this morning that didn't have any sound. But I want to get into this media day. I felt like this media day was special for so many reasons. You guys already know that we've had multiple transfers, and the transfers that came in, I feel like they fit right in with this locker room. I feel like they fit right in with the coaching staff and whoever job it is to recruit these guys. I think they're intentional about getting the character guys, getting guys that really fit the system, and then get guys that really fit the locker room. And I think that's what we saw yesterday. Yesterday was just a phenomenal day on so many levels. After watching what I watched yesterday, I came out of there with such joy, but then I came out of there with peace. Like, this team is really going to be all right. And basically, there was a common theme I saw all across the board when you're talking about this team. Many of you guys know that. Hold on, somebody just hit me. Okay, shout out to you, my man. Got that. There's a common theme though, all across the board, and that is the chemistry, the togetherness. Everybody, each player was asked about how, what's different about this team. Most of these guys said the same thing. We did team bonding, whether it was the barbecue, whether it was going to the beach, whatever. There was a major team bonding that went on, and as a result, we saw a group of guys get together, and a group of guys now appear to be on the same mindset, and that's championship mindset. I'm going to open up the calls in just a second. Let me just lay the foundation. I see everybody. Let me greet everybody as we come in. Young Tiny, what's up? I see you. Hey, Christian, what's up with your family? Young Tiny, what's the word? Let me get into some of this. I want to greet some of these people real quick, and we'll get into this. And I'm going to open it up, and you guys can tell me what you guys think about everything that we saw yesterday. But real quick, here's one. I want to touch on the first guy real quick, and it's Wayman Jordan. I felt like Wayman Jordan, the guy that comes from the JUCO level, I felt like he came in, he's super humble. I felt like he really, he was calculated with his conversation, with his answers. I felt like he took his time. And not only that, I really love how Wayman Jordan addressed the running back situation, because he didn't just, kind of highlight himself. I think he highlighted all three backs, which you guys know, I kind of classify these guys as like the three-headed monster. You can't leave one without the other. I believe Wayman Jordan, he brings a certain type of skill set to this football team. And, he's a wiggle guy. He's a move and groove guy. He does a little bit of all of it. And then you got a guy like Eli Sanders, who Wayman Jordan talked about as well. And even alluded to the fact that he's not as small as what people think. He's kind of like the same size as him. But Eli Sanders is a speed guy. But then he even talked about Brian Jackson, how Brian Jackson is able to move and groove, and how we on here we labeled him as the next Lindell White, absolutely like the next Lindell White, a guy that's going to move and groove. And he talked about his feet work. Brian Jackson is shiftier than what a lot of people think. He's the bigger back of the group, but he absolutely is a shifty style back. And so I love that part of it, because we saw camaraderie, we saw chemistry, and we saw love, and then we saw respectability. The old saying goes, game recognizes game. It wasn't like Wayman Jordan was coming here and he was like, look, I'm the head honcho. But no, he came in saying, look, man, these guys got their own aspect to the game and they coming with it. And I love how humble he was as it relates to that. The next thing I noticed, hey, listen, I'm gonna open up the comments in just a second. We'll talk about this because I want to hear you guys' thoughts, what you guys saw. The next thing I saw was Eric Gentry. You guys know Eric Gentry arguably is the leader of this team. He has a lot of heart. And some of the things that I saw, even with Eric Gentry, I saw peace on his face. I saw happiness. I saw a guy like the weight is off of his shoulders, especially talking about the fact that he's not even in school anymore. He's pretty much finished it. Now he can kind of focus on school. He can focus on his craft, focus on getting ready for the NFL, focus on, being the best teammate that he possibly can. And he talked about the fact that he's 228 pounds, which is crazy. A lot of people thought that picture I put up on my YouTube shorts was AI generated. Nah, that's Eric Gentry really on beast mode right now. Eric Gentry right now is a real 228 pounds, and he's a monster-sized guy. He's just a big guy, 6'6", and he's lateral movement sideline to sideline. Eric Gentry arguably has the most heart of a lot of guys, man, that you'll see out there. He'll stick his head in there. But he talked about the injury aspect and him wanting to come back, and rightfully so. Why not hang it up? You guys remember I brought you the news. I broke the news here, and I said, look, there's a linebacker that's getting ready to redshirt. You guys remember that during the season? And it was Eric Gentry. And he ended up breaking the news, and he talked about he's gonna redshirt. He did. Now he looks like he's completely different, a completely healthy Eric Gentry. And as a result, I think it's straight up go time. And I think he talked about all of the linebacker. He talked about the linebacker play. He even talked about Garrison Madden, which I love, because Garrison, I don't know if you guys saw a picture, but Garrison absolutely looks incredible. He looks like just a big dude, man, whatever he's been doing. But he talked about how Garrison Madden had an outstanding spring. And this is why I think the linebacker room, while a lot of us said that may be the weakest part, not weak in play, but like the least amount of depth, I really think all of a sudden now that Elijah Newby is now in the back at the linebacker spot, this might be one of the strongest. I mean, because we look at it. You got Elijah Newby here now, right? You got a strong Eric Gentry. You got a strong Jaden Walker. You got a strong Desmond Stevens. You got a strong Tamir Robinson. You got strong players all across the board. Like Elijah Newby, he's gonna come and compete for a spot. He's not at the edge spot anymore. So now we got all of these guys, man. All of these guys who's able to move and groove. And I think that the linebacker room may just, in fact, be a strength of this football team now, and which is unbelievable. Just by moving Elijah Newby back to the middle linebacker, also by another guy coming in, Tamir Robinson, because we still got Anthony Beavers. You can't forget about that. So we're talking about, look, we could probably have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of strong linebacker groups. You guys can hit me in the comments, man. You guys can tell me what you think. And so I love what I heard from Eric Gentry. I think what he's mentioning and how he's talking, his conversation, I just think that speaks values. Now, let me get to another guy who all of us really wanted to hear from, and that is the quarterback, Jady Maiava. And I got another one too. Yes, USC priority, we do. We still have both of those guys. Both of those guys are freshmen. They coming in, AJ Tuatili as well as Matai. So also, and I'm going to get to these comments in just a second. I'm just laying the foundation before we go ahead and move forward on some of these calls. But the next guy we're going to talk about is Jady Maiava, though. Jady Maiava, I love the poise. I love the calculated moves, conversation that he displayed, demeanor that he displayed yesterday, and he answered everything well. I love the fact that he even acknowledged his wrongs, whether it was the turnovers. He acknowledged that. And he talked about correcting that. But what I really love about what Jaden Maiava said, he even talked about, I think they asked him a question about his ability to come back or whatever. He talked about, well, if you watch the Texas A&M game, you see that I was able to lock in. And so that's kind of the thing that I want a lot of people to focus on. That's the Jaden Maiava I think that we're going to get the whole season. The second half guy of the Texas A&M game, a guy that locked in, and I love it. And not only that, I love the fact that he talked about studying Caleb Williams' film, studying Baker Mayfield's film, and then studying Kyler Murray's film. And why is that so important? Because the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, meaning that you don't have to leave the Lincoln Riley tree to get quarterback information or to study quarterbacks. All you got to do is stay within that Lincoln Riley tree, whoever you are, Hassan Longstreet, whoever you are, any quarterback that wishes to come and be under Lincoln Riley, all you got to do is stay under that tree, and you're gonna get the tools, the fundamentals, the teaching that you absolutely need. And so for Jaden Maiava to kind of say that, yeah, that's what I did. I went to go look at those guys who were under Lincoln Riley, and as a result, that's what I got my study in. And I did get the extra quarterback work. I went in the off season and I got busy with it, and I really tried to work on my craft. So I love what I heard as it relates to that with Jaden Maiava. I think it's straight up go time. Now, here's another transfer I wanted to get to real quick because I just felt like he's fitting into this locker room incredibly, and that is Tamari Robinson. And I want to talk about Jacoby Lane in just a second. Tamari Robinson, the transfer from Penn State, he is a linebacker. He's a linebacker that's coming in. But I like what he said. I like what he said about Lincoln Riley. Kind of alluded to the fact that he's a sure thing. Tamari Robinson essentially didn't accept that because he said, look, not that he doesn't want to accept it, but he said, look, I want to earn my spot. He basically said nothing given to him. Not saying that Lincoln Riley want to give it to him, but I think Lincoln Riley was just answering the question that when you talk about going to the transfer portal, certain guys, you just kind of want a sure thing. And he said felt like Tamari Robinson was one of those guys. Tamari Robinson came back yesterday and kind of said, look, I want to earn this. And, he talked about being from the same area, Pittsburgh, whereas Eric Gentry's from Philadelphia. So they kind of share that type of bond. But then he just talks about the other guys. He talks about Desmond Stevens, bringing them in with Bible study. Like there were so many things, and there was a Desmond Stevens interview. There were so many things about this media day yesterday that I found fascinating, and that I found peace, and that I found like, look, it's really go time, and I'm really feeling positive about this team. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. This is a championship team. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like this is a real championship team. The only thing that kept this USC team last year from not being a championship team is those fourth quarter games. We're talking about going head to head with some of the top tier players in the country. Penn State, Notre Dame, like USC really did that. And so I think this is a championship team. We added pieces that complement some of the pieces that we already have. Now, last person I want to get to is Jacoby Lane. I felt Jacoby Lane gave a very mature interview yesterday. I felt like he articulated himself well. I felt like he was extremely humble. And then what really stood out to me is the questions being answered about Makai Lemon. There's an old saying that goes, game recognizes game. And Jacoby Lane, for him to say some of the things that he said, describing Makai Lemon, he said Makai Lemon has that dog in him. You guys know we talked about that. We said Makai has absolute dog. He's just a dog. Now, in turn, I believe Makai Lemon will say the same thing about Jacoby Lane. I believe they both understand that they're dogs and they respect each other's game. And that's what's so fascinating. But not only that, what I love about what Jacoby Lane said, he said, it's just me and Makai Lemon. It's actually a lot of other guys as well. You guys saw Zacharias Williams, the transfer from Utah. You saw Prince Stratton, the transfer from Boise State. And, all of these guys, man, I believe that they're going to be big-time players. I'm telling you, unless you really study this roster, unless you really understand this roster, do your due diligence and do your homework, people don't understand what USC is about to be. The D-line is stronger than ever. And for you guys who didn't watch my video yesterday, my live from yesterday or the day before, they asked me a question: who is my breakout freshman? And I think it was a guy by the name of Cardinal and Gold. Shout out to you, my man. Excuse me. Who was my breakout freshman on defense, and who was my breakout freshman on offense? I picked Tanuk Hines is going to be my impact player. He said, "Who's your impact player?" I picked Tanuk Hines as my impact player to possibly see some time as a freshman. I think we could see him maybe at kick return, punt return, somewhere. I just believe he's explosive like that, runs a 20, some crazy in the 200 meters. I think he could be that guy. And on defense, I picked Floyd Boucard. You guys go back and watch that live. We talked about that. All right, so that's my thoughts on that. I'm about to open it up, man. Here it is right here. And if this thing will go, let me see. Now it acts like it don't want to go. Really? Unbelievable. All right, there we go. All right, so the link is in the chat. I'm opening it up. Let me greet some of these people. Let me greet some of these comments real quick. Hey, Jay Hart, what's up, my man? Fight on. I think Longstreet will be starting by week 5. Hey, time will tell. I don't know about that. I think Jaden Miles is going to be the starter. What's up, my man? Fight on. You lost. Yeah, I lost my. That's why I'm redoing it now. But I just end up doing the live, man. I just said the heck with it. For those who are just coming on, I had a video out at 6 a.m. this morning. No sound, no nothing. You know what? I woke up. You guys know I work at night. I re-record the videos after I get off. I work some nights, but after I get off, I recorded it. It was uploaded. I woke up this morning. I see all these comments that say no sound. You know what? I said, you know what? I went downstairs, man. I got in my I got a steam room downstairs. Got in my steam room this morning. I feel fresh. I feel good. I said, let's do a live. The heck with it. We're not re-recording nothing. Yes, we live. Tiny, what's up, family? Let me get to these questions, and then we're going to open it up. I'm going to open up. Hold on for just a second. I'm going to open up some of these questions. Fight on, Jay. Can't wait to the season. Absolutely. Absolutely. I got to these. It's not letting me hit the like button. I'm not sure, and the video is cutting out. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Hey, USCJ, thanks for coming on live. Hey, no problem. The comment theme is called championship. Yes, it's absolutely championship culture. I love to talk. I'm about to get to you in a second, Christian. I'll see you right there. I'm about to get to you real quick. I'm excited for the upcoming year. The chemistry seems better than this time around. No, I totally agree. What's up? What's up, family? What's up, Roy? How you doing? Roy, I hope your son, I think his son got a spot. Provided, I'm going to give you guys the DJ Wingfield information here in just a second. Matter of fact, let me just talk about that real quick. And I'm bringing on a guest. Let me talk about that real quick because I do got that on my All right, so yesterday, according to Pete Nukos, DJ Wingfield, he just officially filed a lawsuit against the NCAA. Complaints state that he stands to make roughly $210,000 to play this season for the Trojans. So that's the information. Why they waiting so long, I have no idea to file this injunction. But that's the situation with DJ Wingfield. We told you that he had a case that's very similar to his, exact same case that just got granted in the state of Nevada. And all we need is that same thing to happen. Why are they waiting so long to file it? I have no idea. But that's the latest news with DJ Wingfield. We'll see what happens with that. So, but I think Roy Benuelas, Michael's son, I think he can absolutely get some run. Let's see here. Walter Mackey, I'm looking forward to finally meeting you and talk. Absolutely, you're a Notre Dame fan. He follows me, man. Walter, man, we're going to connect, man. Hey, if you see me, holler at me, man. Big time. Holler at me. Love you, my man. I appreciate you. You're a Notre Dame fan, but I got love for him, man. He's been following me ever from day one. Hey, Jay, how you doing? What's up, Jamie? How you doing, man? Can't wait to see my others play doing. Absolutely. I'll get to some of these after. Let me get to the first call real quick. Christian, what's the word?
What's good, my brother?
Man.
Great to have you on this midday.
Hey, man. Hey, I was the link is open. You know what, man? I recorded a video this morning. Well, last night, and had it uploaded to YouTube. And I woke up this morning, everybody says no sound, no sound. So you know what?
Yeah,
I said, let me put myself together once I got up. and I said I'm just gonna go live, man. We'll do it like
Man,
this.
we appreciate it. We know it's a sacrifice, man. So everybody hit that like and subscribe. Like, we can't
Absolutely.
complain if we're not supporting to get you, funded for your stuff and your time. So
No, it's all
yeah.
good, man. Hey, I don't.
But you was
One
all
thing
in my
about it.
bag.
One thing about it, bro. Like I tell everybody, man. I cover USC. I didn't cover USC to necessarily get paid. I do it straight out of the love, man. I have a job. I have a career. I absolutely love USC. I do it for free any day of the week. I think that's the difference between me and a lot of people, man. It's not if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. But guess what? I'm gonna run my mouth in the barbershop about USC. I'm gonna run my mouth in the mall about USC. So guess what? I'm
Right.
just putting it on YouTube. So it's all good. But what you got? I got other calls stacking up. Wow, I didn't even see that. Ray, I'm gonna get to you. Let me take this first. So Christian, what's the word, man? What you think about this media day?
Man, you was all in my bag. You was all in my bag, but I was
Well, I had to lay the foundation real quick, man.
yeah,
So many
man,
things that I saw. It's just
man,
a great feeling, man.
I'm two things: what I saw and what I heard. First off,
Yeah,
what I heard, you was all in my bag. You know, the most important thing that I love is Coach Truth and the everybody spoke about the discipline and what Coach Truth bringing with discipline to this team, and we definitely need discipline play. I mean, and even the cornerback coach, he's like, we're coming out to practice, the intensity on 10. If you can't match the intensity, then you're going back to the locker room. You won't play. Either you conform to the new standard, you know what I'm saying, or you don't play. And that's what championship teams have, where it's the discipline, right? And you want to play, you gonna conform, or you gonna get out of there, or you're not gonna play. The second thing that I heard is that, man, Jaden Miles, hey, like, to hear, because we've already said that he has all the physical attributes, right? Everybody was saying we want to get him into the playbook, watching film, focus on not having negative plays. And I mean, he came out that with himself. They were saying, "What have you improved and what have you been working on?" All spring, all summer. He said his decision making, watching film, like you said. I'm not gonna run down again. You went through everything perfectly. What he said, but that's big. And being with Lincoln Riley for a full year now, and having the physical tools that he had, I think he's gonna be all right this year. I really think uh,
it's gonna be all right.
man. I think he's gonna be all right this year. And the second thing is what I seen. Oh my God! Did you see the size of those boys? And we're not talking
Yeah,
about fat. I'm talking about the shoulders, the bicep, the arms. Like, especially even with the defensive alignment. Like, I'm like, man, these guys are lean from the inside to the edge. I mean, when I say lean, I mean they have size, but it's cut up. It ain't fat. It's
yeah,
muscle. I'm like, these some big boys, which means they still have their agility, and they strong. And so
yeah.
they the defensive line from the inside all the way out to the edge, they look different. I mean, uh, I seen Jedi the other day without his shirt on. I'm like, dude, weigh that much and his stomach different? Like, God, look at his
Yeah.
arm.
Hey,
Like,
these guys, they look different, man, and just hearing it in their voices and their confidence, just all of these guys recognize who each of them is, though. That's what I love about it, man. They paying respect to each one of them. Real quick, hold on, Eddie. Shout out to Eddie, man. I appreciate you watching from Italy, man. Take that spirit out your head, man. Get a glass of water, my man. Get a glass of water. But shout out to Eddie, man. But yeah, man, I just think it's different. It's different, and I think the discipline and the culture being laid, that's the biggest impact I think that we're
yeah,
really going to see, because we had the athletes to compete last year. We had the athletes to go toe to toe, but the culture, the discipline, some of the tackling, that Michigan game, let's call it what it is. It was a missed tackle. I mean, it was a straight up missed tackle. We can blame, some people try to blame the INT, but we still had an opportunity at the end of the game to win that game. And I think
right.
if we would have tackled right, we would have been straight.
Man, and the other thing is too that I'm loving that I'm here. Like even if you go back to the Big Ten media day with the three players we seen, and then the media day this week, what I'm loving from these players, you can tell there's no I in team with this team, right? Because they're asking people personally about their goals and what they bring, and everybody is not putting no individual, they're putting it off on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like they were asking Jaden, what do you think your best play was? Jaden said, my best play is when the offensive line do their job, wide receivers do their job, run back do their job, I do my job. It's not
Right,
about me. They asked
right.
Ramsey. Ramsey said it's not about me. It's about the team. He was saying, this year we're focusing defensively on being more disciplined, right? Not
Yeah,
having not playing three good quarters and then have a play where we just lose focus and so everyone there's no I and they all close. They've been saying they've been eating out and barbecuing and all this and even Jacoby said it when after Clay Lane, he said, they asked him, what's the biggest difference? He said, it's the team camaraderie. Since I've been here, this is the
yeah.
closest team that I've seen. You know what I mean? Like, so
And
that means
that's the biggest
that's
thing right
big.
there. That's
Yeah, they're
big.
gonna fight. They're gonna fight for each other. It ain't no super egos in the locker room who try to make this about me. And that comes down to the discipline that we're a team. One person don't line up right, coach will make them do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? That starts with stuff like
Absolutely.
that. Like we are a team. Ain't no individuals. Everybody wearing the same thing and holding each other accountable, man. And that goes a long way into a season because now we're not teammates. We brothers, right? I'm
Absolutely.
and we go down together. We win together. We in this thing. We in this thing together, man. And that's the great thing. And I believe it all started uh 2 years ago when we won a Holiday Bowl and Prop and them were yelling, "We're a team now. We're a team now." And so I think now all the bad apples. I'm not calling nobody out. You know what I'm saying from last year. We know we let some people go, have some bad attitudes. Good luck, Oregon, and stuff like that. But I think the locker room has been purged, and all the right attitudes and the right leaders are in the locker room now. And that's why we seeing such a camaraderie. The big egos are gone, and it's all about team and not I. And that's what you got to have to be successful.
Well, Christian, man, I agree with you, man. It's been a shift, a major shift. I'm gonna take some more of these calls. They're stacking up on me, but I agree with you, man. There has been
One
a major shift.
one last thing, man. Young Tyner, you got to hop on. I ain't talked to you a long time, brother, when I'm on, man. But blessings to you, Young Tyner. You stay up, my brother.
All right, Big
All right,
Chris,
Jay.
I'm gonna give you a holler, family.
All right,
All
brother.
right, Ray, how you doing, man? Ray, can you hear me? Right.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I had it on mute. How
No,
you
you
doing,
good. You
brother?
good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I ain't been able to catch up with a lot of your vids of late, so I'm like, man, it finally came across my timeline. Let me jump on and get back to it.
No,
So
you
things are coming
good.
around.
You good. Um, 49 Dan, give me a second. Let me take this one. I see you stacking up in there. But how you doing, man? What you got? What's your thoughts on everything?
You know what? I don't really take too much away from media day. I think based off last year with the coaches that we had, even though Ince is gone and we got Ryan in here now, the discipline was set in stone. And specifically with the improvement, the way the defense performed last year, even though we didn't have the depth that we needed. I
Hmm.
think just having more depth this year is just going to benefit us in a major way. And also with Miami having a full off season to be the QB1 and everything, it's good to hear that he said, focusing on his cleanup and everything like that with his game and stuff. I think this is going to be the year for us, man. I don't know if it's going
No,
to
no,
lead to
I
the
agree.
title. I don't know if it's going to lead to the title, but it's going to be the year that we get to the postseason. I definitely agree with that. I think we're going to be physical. We're going to be dogs. We're going to be cutthroat.
Absolutely.
I think our
Absolutely.
top and also I think our top player on defense. I think it's going to be Cam Fountain. I think it's going to be.
Hey,
I
I
think it's going
can't
to
I
be
can't
him.
disagree with that. Cam is a dog.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, Cam is a dog. I think mine personally, I think it's Devin Tompkins. But
I was thinking
um,
that too. I was thinking
yeah,
that
yeah.
too.
But you can't go wrong with Cam Fountain. Cam Fountain, I think he's right now. I think he's set up to really break out this year, if anything, and just really, just be a dog on that defensive line. So I
Yeah,
can't
because
even argue. I mean, that's a good one.
Yeah, my expectation from him as a fan is that he probably get 10 sacks. I think he should. I think was he like 6'6" and he's quick off that edge.
Yeah, like
Man, I mean,
something crazy like 245, 250.
yeah,
So
he has the
yeah,
complete package. Besides, I want to say Anthony Lucas.
no, no doubt, no
Uh,
doubt.
and I think on the offensive side, you know what? I actually think the breakout. I've been hearing you say to Nook Himes. I'm thinking
Well, no,
him.
no, that's the there was a question posed to me, which
Oh,
freshman do I think could
oh,
make
the
an
freshman.
impact? And so I picked Tanook Hines, and then I picked Floyd Boucard on defense, to Nick Hines on offense. Those are just freshmen. But we're when you're talking about like guys like you're talking about like Cam Fountain, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I
Okay.
will say him, yeah, him or Devin Tompkins.
Okay, yeah, okay, got you.
Yeah,
I just hope that we have our rotation is really good this year, so we can keep a lot of guys fresh. Yeah, we know the main starters is gonna play about 65% of the snaps and everything, or 70% of the snaps. But the other
yeah,
30%, I just want to see them rotate guys out so we can see some of these other guys and everything and get their feet wet and everything because we possibly gonna be having a bunch of probably DBs and with Gentry probably leaving after this season, they probably gonna be gone, and it's gonna be the next floodgate of guys to come in and really get they shine and really help take the team to the next level. But yeah, man,
absolutely.
I think it's gonna be challenging this year. It's definitely gonna be challenging, and I've been saying it since day one, and is that what's going to make or break this season is that game against Illinois. Is that week 3? I think that's week 3 or week
No, I
4 or
think
something like
Purdue
that.
is week 3, but
Okay.
it's shortly after. But I think that game, I think we gotta be careful with the Illinois,
Definitely.
Nebraska, of course, Oregon, and
We're going
Notre
to beat
Dame game.
Oregon.
Huh?
I had a dream we're going to whoop the brakes
I
off
think we
Oregon
I
this
think
year.
we I think we could beat a lot of teams, but we just gotta play our brand of football. We gotta
Oh,
play
yeah.
disciplined brand of football, and we gotta be physical. Illinois
Oh,
is a physical team. They
yeah.
are.
Yeah. You right 100%. But I really think that I've been seeing all these Oregon fans talking crazy on social media. So it's like I think we just gonna wipe the floor with them boys this year. But it's gonna be a good season, man. I've been waiting for this for USC football more than I've been waiting on the NFL. I'm ready.
Man, I'm so it seemed like this was probably this is going on my 3rd year now. This seemed like this been the longest drag out ever with this season, man. I don't even.
Oh, man.
I mean, this is just it's horrible. Now it's here. Thank God, praise God. I'm ready to
Yeah.
get it going. They start practice tomorrow, man. So hey, before you go, who was your breakout offensive player
For young player or just an
for
overall?
both? Oh, young player and old player.
Oh, for young player, you know what? I'm gonna go with the running back. Um, um, who we got from the junior college? What's his name?
Oh, Wayman Jordan.
Wayman Jordan. Because he's and to me, once you get to the big leagues of college football, that's when that's this to me. This seems like more of his rookie year, even though he's
Okay,
played in JC. So I'm gonna go with him. But
okay,
overall, for the whole offense, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Makai Lemon.
okay. Hey, Makai Lemon, he kind of already broke out though. He's already that
Yeah,
PFF got him rated the #1 receiver right now. I don't
they
think he's like
do.
an under the radar guy. You feel
But
me?
what I mean breakout though is that he need to have at least 1,100 yards to 100. Him
Okay,
and Coley
I
Lane
got you.
each.
I got you.
They
So you
those
saying
guys.
break out to he's going to explode to be 1,000-yard receiver?
Yeah, because that impact is going to be huge. If
I
we
feel
got
you.
two guys
Yeah,
with
I
11,
feel you
1,200
because
yards,
he's not an under the radar guy by any means right now.
yeah, 100%,
Yeah,
100%. You right on that. But I ain't
yeah.
gonna hold you up because I got to take a meeting call and I'm gonna just listen in, big
Hey
dog.
man, hey, it's good to hear you though, man. I appreciate you tapping in.
Definitely, we'll do.
All right, fam,
Later.
take it easy. Dan, what's the word? Dan, you there?
Yeah. Well, what's going on? Can you hear
Man,
me?
what's the word, man?
Oh, nothing. I know it's been a long time since I've been on here.
Man, I'm
Times
glad
have
you're
been
on,
cut.
though, bro. I'm glad you're on. Hey, shout out to Jamie from watching from Cancun, man. We got Italy, somebody from Italy, somebody from Cancun. Big shout out. So what you got?
Man, I came on here late, so I kind of missed the conversation. But I guess you're talking about breakout players in the media day.
Well, yeah, we're talking about the media day, man. Some of the things that that we kind of saw, man, as far as what impressed us, man, and just the camaraderie, the chemistry that we saw from different players, and how it's a common theme going on. And even talked about Tremaine Carroll, the new strength and conditioning coach, how everybody feels like that is a culture change that he's been implementing, and more of a structure type situation as it relates to discipline. So I think that's kind of the common thing as far as the media day goes. And I think that's going to allow us to really move and groove past that fourth quarter, which, we were in a lot of those fourth quarter games, a lot of them. So,
Right.
yeah, what are your thoughts overall?
I didn't listen to too much media day. The two I did listen to because I was curious was Rob Ryan and our defensive line coach. Because what they, I mean, just what they were, especially, what they were saying, I can see why they really connect with these kids and their experience. And, they're talking about the staff and how, like, being around how talented and how elite the rest of the defensive staff is. I expect the defense to break out this year. I don't know. I think this is going to be a good season. We lost. We were in a lot of games. Like we were in the fourth quarter, we were leading and lost a lot of games in the fourth quarter. And mainly because of the we didn't have that defensive depth. Those guys got tired, and it was a run here or a first down there that stopped us. That Minnesota game, especially the Michigan game. But I think this year having a depth, those close games will end up in our favor. I mean, we flipped the season. We're in the playoffs last year. We win all those one-loss games we had. We're in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's not our margin. We're not far away. We're right there. We're right on the edge. We need to just jump into the water and just go. But and I don't know. I think for a breakout player, I'm gonna go. I don't know who, but I have a feeling that there is going to be an offensive lineman from last year and the year before that's probably going to step up. One of those young guys like Benuelos.
That's who I've been naming him. Yes, I totally agree with you.
The offensive line is really underrated. I've just been hearing nothing all season about how, the offensive line is sketchy and a lot of people talking bad on offensive line. A lot of different podcasters saying offensive line. But I think they've been listening to it all off season. The offensive line is going to be ready to go. I think they're going to shock a lot of people.
No,
I think those dudes are ready to step up.
I think I think you're right. I think it's a case too. Because I got information that the defensive lineman kind of moving them around, but I think it could be a case too that our defensive line is so strong that iron sharpens iron. They're going to help that offensive line, however it goes, get better, man. And I just really believe that with all my heart. And we got one of the best defensive lines in depth in the country. You see how big those guys are.
Oh yeah, and I mean even when I listen to all season stuff, even from the NFL, I always hear about they always say that the defense is always ahead of the offense when they go to training camps and all season workouts. Can take somewhere out for the off season. I mean, for the offensive line to gel, running plays and things like that. The defense is always ahead until. So I think it's gonna work itself out. I mean, they're going against guys in practice. They're not complaining in the regular games every day unless they play, like Ohio State, Michigan, and stuff like that. But every Saturday. These offensive lines are going against players they're not going to see every Saturday, so it's only going to make them better.
No, that's real talk, man. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah, I'm getting tired of this Illinois upset USC talk that's been going across like the media and then on podcasts everywhere. That's just getting on my nerves. I'm like, man, stop.
They're not. I don't think people are saying. When you're talking about some of the tough, okay, let me ask you this. What would you consider the toughest games this year, in your opinion?
Toughest games? I would say, of course, Michigan. I'll say Michigan, Notre Dame, Michigan, Notre Dame, Oregon, and I'm not sure which one yet, but one of those games we should win on the road. I feel is going to end up being a tough game, maybe overlooking or anything like that. But I don't think USC's not going to overlook Illinois. So that's going to be their first ranked team or road game on the schedule. So they're going to be ready to go for that game.
Yeah,
so
but I think the point is that they're a team that you can't overlook. I mean, a lot of people when you look at them uniforms, I shouldn't even say that, but just look when you look at them as a brand, I'll say that as a brand, a lot of people they will overlook them, but I don't think you can sleep on them, given the fact that they played against South Carolina the way they played against a tough SEC team who happen to have a very mobile quarterback. That quarterback is good at South Carolina. I don't know if you ever seen him, but
yeah, they're still South Carolina.
He's a mobile quarterback, and I just think they played a physical style football and kind of shut them down in the bowl game. And I just think we have to be on alert mode. We have to block. We have to pass. We have to play mistake-free football. I don't think we can just go in there and think it's a given. I think the same way with Nebraska. Nebraska's the game, just because of the environment. I just think that's going to be a hostile environment. Sometimes the environment itself can just rattle people if they're not settled. So if we just have a mind, I think each one of these guys in media day, all of them talked about we want to go 1-0. That's the goal. I think I heard a couple of they must be preaching that in the locker room because I heard a couple of them say, ask the question, what's the goal? And they responded by saying, we just want to go 1-0. And so if we go 1-0 and just have that in our mindset, don't worry about anything else, I think we'll be okay.
Right. And then one last thing to note is that people forget Illinois had they were just like us, but they won those close games. But they had a much softer schedule than us. They were in a lot of they were big time soft schedule. They were in a lot of close games against soft teams. They didn't play LSU. They didn't have the schedule we played. If they did, those guys they would have had about 3 more losses.
And their quarterback wasn't just all that impressive. I think he only threw for like 2,000 something yards, but they're just gonna try to run the ball down your throat. They're physical. Brett Bielema, I think he's just a physical style coach that wants to try to impose his will, and we just got to impose our will back. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just ready for the season. I mean, I hope Jaden Maeva's ready. Hope he breaks out because if USC can put it all together, there's not many teams on that field that can stop them. If they're clicking on all cylinders and do what they're supposed to do on offense and defense in the game at the same time, there's gonna be a lot of blowouts.
No, I agree, man. I totally agree. So I appreciate you tapping in, man. I'm gonna get to some of these other ones, man. You guys tap in. The link is in the chat. Dan, I appreciate you, family. Finally getting on, man. Finally getting on.
Yep. Fight on. All
right, fam. Fight on. All right, the link is in the chat for those who want to come on, man. We've had a couple of calls, man. Let's see here. I'm gonna put this back in here for everybody to see. That way you guys can have it. And if not, we'll close it up. Let me say one thing. I wanted to say one thing about Blackie. Blackie, shout out to Blackie Chan. Blackie Chan, I'm getting my chain, man. Matter of fact, I had already started the process. You guys send me an email. I just got to pay for it. I had some stuff going on with my card. So I got to change my card just because you got these fraudulent individuals that be trying to hack your stuff. So I'm getting ready to get it. But anyway, Blackie Chan got these big USC chains. And Black, can you put in the chat where they can find you at on your Twitter and Instagram? Or he's with Light the Torch podcast, but put your social media stuff in the chat if you can, Blackie Chan. Or if you want to come on, you can talk about it. So, here he is right here. Blackie Chan, what's the word? Are you there? I see you in here, but I can't hear you. You might be having something going on with your audio.
Is that better?
Okay, I got you now. How you doing, man?
Not too bad, not too bad. How about yourself, Jay?
Man, I'm good. Hey, look, everybody, this is Blackie Chan from Light the Torch podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to him. He sells these big, can you tell everybody what you got? Are you, I can't see your picture. Are you Are you on? Because I wanted you to show people if you could.
Oh,
But
sorry. No, I don't have my camera set up right now, but
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But I wanted everybody. But anyway, he got these big chains. I got mine. I had some fraudulent activity, man. People try to hack some. I had to shut my card down, lock my card, so nothing, nobody would spend. So I actually, your thing sent me an email showing that I had it sit there. So I just got to go ahead and purchase it. So I'm gonna get it.
No worries,
and I'm gonna have it on here.
All right, well, I appreciate that, but yeah, they're 3D printed chains. I have 3 different chains. One's a Fight On symbol, one's a Tommy Trojan head, and one's just an SC logo. So if you ever want any of them, just let me know. Follow me at Blackie Chan on Twitter or Twitter, Blackie Chan Gaming. So. But yeah, other than that, though, I'm so excited for this season. Like, after watching, I've watched a majority of all their interviews for the most part. But like, hearing what Coach True has been instilling in this team, that they're taking that next step in their discipline, and I'm just excited because just watching Kansas State, they've always had that toughness. No matter how good they are, they're always in a dogfight with whatever team they're playing. So we need that.
Absolutely. I think that's the common thing, though. Like, everybody talked about, either from the players to the coaches, everybody talked about Coach Tremaine, and I think the fact that, we talked about the fourth quarter last year, how, I think that extra discipline, that extra strength and conditioning, we could have used that last year. And I think Coach Eric Henderson, in one of his interviews, he alluded to that. He even went further than said it's not just the fourth quarter, but it's all throughout the game. So I totally agree with that.
Yeah. And I was working out at the gym, and I actually ran into this guy who saw me talking about USC, and he said he actually played Waymond in JUCO. So, and he's like, he said that dude's a real deal. So he said that we got a good one. So he's excited. He's not a USC fan, but he's excited to see him play.
Man, Waymond is a problem, man. I don't. I'm not sure if the fan base really understands how good he really is. He's a special running back, and I think USC was actually set to try to pursue another running back. I think he's at Utah, but they saw him. He came available, and they absolutely went after him, man, full court press on him.
Yeah, Lincoln was like, he was ecstatic that he wasn't like fully heavily recruited. He's like, wow, how is no one not even recruiting this guy?
It's crazy. It's crazy. So
I'm excited for my people that I think is going to have a breakout. I think how do you say his name? Tamir Robinson.
Tamir Robinson.
I think he's going to have an impact on this defense. Like we all know about Gentry. So we already know about the two Desmond Stevens. We already know about them, but I think Tamir is going to be he's going to catch people off guard.
Hopefully, I mean, now we got Elijah Newby now that's moved back to the middle linebacker spot.
Yeah.
So now we got, and I love when he was at the middle linebacker spot, because I felt like his ability, as far as, he ran a 10.7 in the 100 meters in high school. So you're talking about an extremely athletic guy, and he's 6'3", 230. So you got another guy now here that's 6'3", 230. You got Anthony Beavers now. You got Jaden Walker. We got Desmond Stevens. You got Eric Gentry. We got a linebacker room that's probably like, which I guess some said was the weakest part of our team. Not weak in those guys' ability, but as far as depth. Yeah. And we got a situation, and now it's like, is this almost a strength? I mean, we got a good linebacker room.
Our whole defense just feels like a strength. Like when you talk about our DBs, like it's just insane because Prophet has been thrown around. Like Lincoln said, Prophet was kind of an underrated player that people weren't talking about. And we talk about Devin Tompkins all the time, but he just had to make it known that people need to be watching, because we all know the East Coast don't really care to watch anything about USC. Right. So he's just making sure that people know who he is, so they're not caught off guard when he starts getting into that backfield, because he's going to be a problem.
He's going to be a problem. And if Anthony Lucas could pick up where he left off, and Eric Gentry alluded to that when both of those guys got hurt, there was a drop-off in defense. And now you get an Anthony Lucas and a healthy Eric Gentry. That defense, our defense was on pace to really do something. and those guys got hurt last year. And so now we're getting look. This defense is going to be a problem. We got full staff, fully staffed now from a defensive perspective, and I think we're straight. We're good all across the board.
Yep. Yeah, we had only one player like for the whole season that was over 300. And now we have like 7. That sounds like Big Ten football to me.
Absolutely. So yeah, man. Look, I definitely appreciate you coming on. Everybody, make sure to go get those chains, man. I did a video. I had to work, and I did a video last night when I got off, uploaded it, and when I woke up this morning, everybody said no sound. So I just said, man, forget it. I'm going live. So I just ended up doing it live, and here we are, man.
Oh yeah, and you brought up my comment here about Jacoby. I loved his interview. The dude just sounds so mature right now. It's crazy from his freshman year to his to now his junior year. Like, even if he's not a team captain, I think he's going to be a huge leader in that wide receiver room.
Yeah, no, he is, and I like what he said. I like how he recognized Mekhi Lemon's dog in him. I just feel like game recognizes game, and there's a mutual respect. I believe Mekhi Lemon would say the same thing about him. I just believe those two guys are the best wide receiver duo. I don't care what anybody says. The best wide receiver duo in the country, hands down.
Yeah, it's going to be our best wide receiver duo since Marquise and Robert Woods. So. Yeah,
absolutely. I totally agree. So, right. Oscar, man, where you been at, man? I've been wondering. I literally was thinking about you this morning. So Blackie Chan, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you having me on.
And I'm gonna go ahead and get that chain too.
All right, and hopefully, maybe be on the lookout with. There's going to be something, maybe a surprise that comes up here soon. But just be on the lookout for maybe some USC kind of news or whatever. I just kind of got something cooking up. So.
Got you. All right, keep cooking, man. I appreciate you, Kelly.
I'll see you later.
All right, man. Hey, fight on. So look, man, let me finish some of the. Hey, Oscar, where you been at, man? You literally, are you going to salute the Troy? I literally thought about you this morning. Let me answer some of these before I get out of here. And who do you think are the projected starters on defense? Man, we're gonna let the chips fall real quick, but I got an idea. A lot of these guys be watching. I kind of wanna. We get ready to see it play out. I got my favorites. Yeah, I got my favorites. I do think Devin Thompson is going to be that breakout player on the defensive line. I could name him right now, but I'm not going to do that. But we'll see it in a couple weeks. It's getting ready to be here. The only concern that I have is the offensive line. I think we're going to be good, man. I really do. So let me get to some of these comments. Let's see. Tiffany, it's a hard stadium to win. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Nebraska's tough. It's just a tough place. You saw what they did to Colorado last year. It was crazy. They absolutely got dismantled. So anyway, let's see. Let me get to some of these comments. I'm about to get out of here, man. Man, I didn't even see all these. Madison. So anyway, let me get out of here, man. I was supposed to re-record this video, and I ended up going live. So until later on, listen, everybody go back and watch it, man. It's straight up go time, and it's on and popping. I'm excited about the season. We're moving and grooving. I'm about to get out of here, man. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Until later on, listen, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.